Sorry about the sun glare, guys, but welcome back to another video. This is going to be building a cheap mud mower 101. I got this sucker for free. It's the 6-speed Selectomatic. You know, she's got reverse too, if it decides to go in, you know, naturally. It's a 6-speed. It's got bad tires all around. They're all flat, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, they're all flat. That's fine. Ripped and torn seat, you know, the guy can just throw some duct tape on that. It's been bent. It's probably been rolled over. They did wheelies with it or something. I'll bet you this thing's done some wheelies in its time. Everything's tied together with random little cords, and that's good to be loose. You know, that's fine. Missing the little cap there, but as you can see, it's got the 2nd-gen steering by that. I've had this hood sitting in my storage shed for forever. It's got a big old stinking dent in it. And it's faded and horrible, but it fit it. It was the right one. I just had it, and the most important thing is those aren't broken. Those will always be broken on these Craftsman, so beware. If you can find one that's not broken, you're lucky. My grill's even broken. She needs a fuel line, so I'm going to do that. I got to throw the air filter in it because it didn't come with it. Well, it did come with one, but I have an extra, so I'm going to throw a brand new air filter in it, you know, and this was already taken off, so we'll just throw that out of the way for now. I'll put it back, but I've never seen this battery tray on one of these Craftsmans, but I do like it. It's a nice one. I'm going to make sure I put a strap over the battery so it doesn't fly out, because this thing is going to get beat on very hard. It's going to get hood pins, a pulley swap, gas pedal, a new seat, definitely, and tires all around. The axle shot, needs a new front axle. I haven't checked the rear end. It should be good though. As you can see, that there's no bushing in that axle anymore. That's completely gone. So, you know, you don't have very much axle left there anymore. It's mint. Flat tires still. This is the only body damage I could find. Looks like someone tried to jack it up from there. Maybe they shouldn't listen to my videos. Maybe. But I think they were probably off-roading this thing before me. It's got a Briggs 21 horse Intech. Not the best engine ever, but it's a good engine. I've got a hot battery for it. I might have to stick on the charger. It's been sitting for a while. And fuel line. And, you know, Arizona. Didn't come with a key, so it's getting a screwdriver. Because I gave away my key to the person that got the wiring harness out of my other mower. I wired up a Dixon for this thing, so it means I got it for the job. You can offer jobs in exchange for stuff. They're not always going to accept it, but I've gotten lucky with a couple people where I've asked them, you know, and they've either gotten it, gave it to me for free because they didn't need it anymore or something like that. That one I got for free because he wanted the motor off of it, and that thing's in absolute mint condition over there. I traded an Intech for that Predator 708. That was sitting in someone's yard as a whole tractor. I cut the rear end out of it because it's a steerable axle, and those are special, so I kept it. Paid 20 bucks for it. That 4-wheeler was on the side of the road for free. Ranger over there. I traded a John Deere for it, I think. And that thing's been a heck of a unit. My John Deere was a piece of crap. That thing is an absolute beast. I asked about that camper enough, and they sold it to me for 150 bucks. I got that dump trailer for free from my friend's mom. And I gave a dude 20 bucks for that thing to get it out of his driveway, that tractor in there. He wanted it out of his driveway, and I had 20 bucks, and he was like, yep, it's yours. You know, Found that Power Wheels in a dumpster, shot it with a BB gun a couple times. It's going to get put on a go-kart body sometime or whatever, you know. But enough rambling. This thing will be perfect. It's in pretty mint condition. It's just ugly. I'll throw a fuel line on it, stick some fuel in the tank, hot battery. We'll see what it'll do. We'll go test it out a little bit. So now I'll have 2 running tractors. This one's just going to get the front end modified and an exhaust for now. I think that's about all I'm going to do to it. Might just leave the stock exhaust in there for now, but I'll change it eventually. And I'm going to do my redneck lift like I did on that one. And putting along in second gear, it's acting like it's going to stall. The front wheels are shot. You can see how much camber she's got. Front end's screwed. She's just in second. Oh man, that front end does not look happy. It's barely running. It took like 10 minutes to get it running. I'm just messing with the motor. Actually, this thing's pretty peppy. She surges a little. Maybe she needs some beans. Reverse works. So everybody, I got it running. I did the wiring, tore the seat cover off because I hated it, and changed the oil filter, flipped both exhaust pipes backwards. It's got a new air filter. I doubled the batteries up because it would have a hard time starting. Took that off, bypassed the safeties, and test drove it. It runs pretty good sometimes. Sometimes it doesn't want to, so I'm going to pull the spark plugs out and check those. And as you can see, I'm going to go out on a limb and say someone did a couple too many wheelies, maybe. I took the clips off, but the bushing's still good, but the axle's completely busted. I'm going to try to beat it back together and maybe pull the axle out and weld it back together. But the way it's looking, it's not too happy. I think she's going to need maybe a new axle. I've got a spare right there, but it's bent in the middle. And I thought about maybe, just maybe, if this is steel, taking this spare out and welding it as the center pin up higher. But my welder's not strong enough to do that. And I would have to go over to a friend's house that I really don't want to go over to just to weld it. And that would be not ideal. So my little jack will barely move. It won't even move it now. Look, this jack's so garbage. God, I hate this jack. It has no pressure whatsoever and it leaks. This front end's screwed, and you know, that's normal for the tie rod too, you know, having all the play. Man, I'm gonna change this, check the spark plugs and clean them, and see how they're doing. Also, did I show you guys the frame damage? Jeez, you might not be able to see it, but the whole everything under there is bent. It's mint. Fire. She won't idle, but that was a cold start on that sucker. Alrighty. She's reliable. So guys, welcome back. So I got my build off, some wheels for the build off tractor. These are some old crusty rims I had, and apparently they're in really good shape. I'm going to clean them up on the wire wheel regardless and repaint them. I'm going to let them dry for a couple of days, and I'm going to take them back down to the tire shop Monday or Tuesday, because they've got my other set of wheels and tires. I got to take the rims off my other set because they're for a Honda Trike, and these are for the mower. And I've got they're Trail Pro, real nice tires. They're just kind of old. I'm going to shine them up along with the rims, and I haven't decided on color yet. That is going to be kind of a reveal thing. Probably red, to be honest, but these are the new rear rims for this thing. These are shot, and here's the new front rims and tires. These are not permanent. I have a nice set of 6-inch ones with knobbies for the front that are going to look amazing, which means I'm probably going to paint those silver. For good reason, and those are going to go on the front today. I've got another battery tray I'm not for sure if I'm going to use. I've got other battery trays. I haven't decided what I want to do yet, and I've got a cup holder I got to install, and let me think. I might have a bumper to put on today. Not for sure. The back tires are going to be, it's going to be a while before I get those on. But for now, those are going to stay stock. Might work on the pulley swap today, might not. I'll probably leave it alone. Might install some mufflers if I can find some. Or just make the exhaust for side exit. Maybe work on some brackets. I'm going to work on the hood pin. On this tractor, I want to do a hood rack. That's one thing I would love to do. And a rear storage rack, maybe. Thank you for watching. Bye. This thing is mean! The build-off mower. So today we're building the gas pedal. And I'm going to also paint the rims in this video. So this, I'm going to cut a radius here. Kind of closer to this. It's going to make it look like the end, sort of like that, and I'm going to round that one off too. This is going to be the pedal part that your foot goes on. This is going to be cut off here, and it's going to be the base plate. And then I've got another part over there to make the upright of the pedal that's already been part of a gas pedal. Chopped off. So while making this, I made a silly mistake. I started cutting that at a radius and realized that it has to be flat to weld it to the other piece. So I'm just going to use the one that was on there. Okay, welcome everybody. Here's my very economic gas pedal setup. You got that there to that. pulls on it, closes it. Uses the stock throttle linkage, if you can see that. So here's the pulley setup. That's a flip, and I cut it up. It's off of Yard Machines. Then there's a deck pulley welded to a normal pulley on the back, and that's the clutch. It used to be right there, but that's now a normal pulley from the spare clutch because I had two. That one's just the factory idler. There's another one right there, and I have an adjustment thing in case I get the wrong belt. But this is the stock belt. I use that belt, and it's stock. Here, I'll show you the clutch. You know, just got a custom rod, and it actually works. I'm surprised it worked as good as it did. And this thing hauls butt. I just got to put the battery in now, and I can take it for